Well, good afternoon, and welcome to Words Are Life. We are live today. This is a two-man production. I am your host, Shelly M, and with me this afternoon, I have not just my returning guests, but my true collaborators in this mission that we have. I got Ceathra Davis over here, and I got Taylor over here. Before we get started, should this broadcast bless you or put you in the mind of someone that you believe needs to hear any portion of this conversation, please not only like, but feel free to share or repost on your own page. Before we get started, I just want to remind you of the purpose and our mission as it relates to Words Are Life. Words Are Life is geared towards self-discovery, identity, and the achievement of ultimate purpose and freedom by you doing you, by simply being you. It's my belief that your words are life. They create your entire world. They result in you having and becoming exactly what you say. So today's topic is very interesting, on some level rather personal. It's friends, it's associates, and even frenemies. Okay, and one of the questions of two that we're going to ask that are of major importance is, do we know the difference? Okay, so again, we're live, so feel free to comment, put your questions out there, and we will address as many as we possibly can. Before we dig into our discussion, I want to define some of the categories that we're talking about today. So one, a friend. A friend is a person that knows you. A friend is somebody with whom there is a mutual bond. There's enduring affection, there's esteem, there's intimacy, and there's trust. An associate is a partner or a colleague in business or at work, or a collaboration and assignment. It could be something along those lines, not necessarily having to do with employment per se. Then a frenemy is a person disguised as a friend who secretly opposes or is hostile towards someone else. That opposition or that hostility is usually rooted in jealousy, in envy, in intimidation, and or low self-esteem. Oh, did y'all hear that? She said, I think she felt that in Shonda.
I felt it from her.
She felt it. She felt it in Shonda. Okay. So with these definitions in mind, is it or has it been easy? And I'm talking to my people here and even you all that have chimed in, have tuned in. Is it or has it been easy to differentiate between the three categories and determine and or confirm where individuals fit in your life?
I just learned the difference. I'm literally telling the truth, like maybe 40s to learn the true definition of friends, associates, and frenemies. Friends I hold in high esteem. I hold everybody in high esteem, but with friends, it's a different level of esteem. You handle each one accordingly. Frenemies, I can't see nobody who don't like me like that. I just be hating on
but that's how they sneak up on you, because you can't see that they don't really like you. But remember, frenemy initially disguises themselves, and more times than not, it's subconscious. Mm-hmm. They're disguised as a friend, and I believe, like I shared with you all earlier, I believe that frenemies are those people. They are in awe of you. It's something about you.
That's a lot of people then.
Oh, shut up!
But they're afraid to say
it, and they don't really know how they feel. They feel something. They can't imagine being mad at you, angry at you. You haven't done anything. It's an admiration that they can't really put their finger on. Mm-hmm. I've learned in my experience, those are the people that try to get all up under you. You know, they all up under you. They disguise themselves as a friend. Mm-hmm. However, the more time they spend around you and become more and more honest with themselves, that whole intimidation, that jealousy, that envy, it starts to rise up in them. And again, you can only hide who you really are for so long.
For so long.
So eventually their behavior catches up with the true condition of their heart. And it's little stuff to start coming out. So little smart remarks
To show
start
you
coming
who
out
they are.
to start showing you who they are.
Mhm.
But because we are who we are, once we embrace you or categorize you, classify you as a friend, there's a different way that we handle you, even when you quote unquote cross us. So there's a grace and a mercy we extend towards a friend that we don't extend towards an enemy, because we know that you don't have our best interest at heart. But with a friend, we think you might be having a bad day, maybe something going on.
Yeah.
Not that you really don't have my best interest at heart. You trying to cut me too.
Right.
So
you
that
want my hairstyle.
No, what they want is for you not to have no hair. They don't want your style.
Bald.
They want you bald. They want you bald. So,
Okay.
so my question is, with these three different categories, and mind you, like I said before, this can include family, because family just confirms biology. It doesn't confirm dictate or determine relationship.
Mhm.
Each member of your family falls into a category. Some people in your family are associates because y'all got quote unquote family in common. That's the only thing y'all got in common, is that we related.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
a lot of families. It's true.
You got some family members that straight hate on you all day long.
How do you deal with that?
Man.
You don't. You just cut them off and let them go.
See,
You can't cut
if for
everybody.
anybody that's watching for the first time, Ceathra over here. Ceathra, can you wave your hand so people can know which one is
The
you?
cutoff queen.
Yeah, she's the cutoff queen. Okay. She'll cut you off, and then she'll ask questions later. If she sees something, it's a wrap. She's gonna cut you off.
But as you get older, I can say for me, as you get older, why should I still be doing the same things that I did in my 20s and my 30s?
We agree.
Mhm.
We agree.
And at this age, you should be able to tell who's a friend. This is just me.
Exactly.
But where does that come from?
Being hurt before by a person that you thought was your friend. People tell you who they are in the beginning. We just don't listen.
That part.
You have to watch and listen. They say their stuff in the beginning. They just said it. I was gonna go on another subject, but yeah.
But then what's your level of friendship? Even though we described it,
Yeah.
you still have your own perception of friendship. Is that how you treat your friend? How do you treat people?
So for me as a friend, I extend a lot of grace.
Mm.
I extend a lot of mercy. I've learned, for me, when I categorize myself, and then I put you in that box. So for instance, if I call you friend, more times than not, I'm talking about I've decided to be a friend to you. It don't mean that you a friend to me. And I had to learn that that's how I'm made. So I may call you sister, and before I was looking for reciprocation.
Mhm.
But as I got to know who I am, who God created me to be, I call you sister because I've decided to be a sister to you.
And move on
And
accordingly.
not necessarily looking for you to be the same to me. My reward comes from him. This is who he created me to be. He created me to give this type of love to everybody and to put them in different categories, not looking for them to be the same to me. Okay. So if I call you friend, there's a level of grace that I'm going to give you because of who I decide I'm going to be to you. Same thing with a sister. Now, but when you come and say you my friend, now that's different.
Yeah.
Now, if you say you my friend, then it's some things I'm looking for from you. There's an expectation that goes with who you said you are to me. Okay. So then we start talking about these three categories, and you start doing stuff that don't line up with who you said you was. See, my expectation only comes from what you say. So I'm holding you accountable for who you said you were. So when you no longer start to line up with the category you put yourself in concerning me,
what do you do at that point then?
Then that's when, like, you already know firsthand. So Tina has gone through some journeys with me where she's seen me cross over into understanding and getting a realization of people that I thought was a friend that turned out to not even be an associate, just a flat out frenemy. And it is, which is later on in the program, it's an adjustment that takes a process for you to go through it, along with a pace that if you in denial, refuse to embrace what it is you seeing, can be prolonged unnecessarily.
And with me, I'm sorry, with me, to find out somebody that I thought was a friend is now a friend of me. That's that's heartbreaking to me. So once I get
You
over
called it
this,
soul hurt.
yeah, soul
She
hurt.
called it. She was like, "That's a soul hurt."
So after you hurt my soul and I done did all this and thought who you was and you're not, now I'm angry. Not angry, but I'm mad because now you know stuff about me. I done told you things more than likely that's personal or that I thought was privy to only my friends, and now you're just a person who knows me. So now I gotta be like, I gotta leave you alone. And I get mad at myself because I'm like, who did I think you were?
That person showed you who they were
in
the beginning. But because them people were going behind you or looking up to you, you thought, okay, you opened your arms too quick.
Yeah, we let people in,
but we supposed to.
To a certain extent. What was missing though, and just real talk though, okay, for my specific situation, after I got out of it, I had to, like you said, you look and say, well, what, not even what did I miss, what did I flat out ignore?
Yeah.
What did I ignore?
You saw, you thought the God in that woman. The devil know how to disguise himself really.
I'm not saying that every person is a devil.
No, I'm not. I'm not. By no means. By no means am I saying that. But that person showed you. You only thought because she looked up to you, or whomever that person was looked up to you, she's a good person.
Or even saw your words.
That person did appear to be a good person.
But what it also was for me, because I've learned to what I call do groundwork and get to the root of what's really going on, understanding regardless of where it's coming from externally, it connected with something internally. So when I did my groundwork, it was my own brokenness. It was my own lack in voice in that area of having a friend, to where when it looked like friendship and it smelled like friendship, I opened myself up to it because of what I was lacking on the inside of me.
And what brokenness do you see that guided you to that person? Now that is, do we help this person now, or has this person helped me see stuff that I should see moving forward? Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And so
like if I'm broken and I attract Mary and we cool and we found out we from the same thing and then she turned out to be a friend of me, what attracted me to Mary?
But again, it was something on the inside of you that you thought, even if it was subconsciously, that's an answer to one of my prayers. That's something that will help to fill one of my voids. So if you don't have a good relationship, let's say with your siblings, and so then you get somebody and it looks like y'all connect.
That's them deep rooted issues.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what you do. You allow that thing to come on in and fill that void. And so there are some things that you by choice overlook, just like in a relationship with a man. It's some things you overlook because even though they may not be meeting 80%, the 20% they are meeting, because that's where the brokenness is.
Satisfaction.
You're satisfied. So that's why my first question was, has it been easy to differentiate? And for me, I can say it had not been easy for me to differentiate between them.
No,
it wasn't. So if you a flat out associate, I know who you are, because you the ones you not in my personal phone.
You're not getting no chili from me.
No, we you know what I'm saying? We speak, we kiki, but
you're not eating none of my red beans and rice.
You know what I'm saying? The associate I'm clear on. But that line between the friend and the frenemy, it wasn't easy for me to differentiate.
But for me, because I can tell, but your hurt was different from mine. So where I wasn't looking for somebody to fill my void as you may have. So all of our things are going to be different. For me, growing up, and I still got some of the friends that I had.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, that's good.
I still have some of the friends now. Like my best friend, she might have a problem because she ain't my best friend no more. She ain't found out today.
Sorry, best friend.
My daughter is off limits. As my friend, you're supposed to protect my daughter at all costs.
Absolutely.
You talked about her.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You mean I will look at you like you never exist. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, she She talked about
Now
my daughter.
she talked about her daughter.
To my sister.
She meet her. That was a friend from school.
No, I met her when I was 19.
Oh, okay. She been jealous all that time.
But that's what I'm saying.
She been jealous all that time.
All that time.
I think she's
That's a
very
long
protective
time.
of me. She's very. I'm not gonna say she's jealous, but she's very protective of me.
But what's the root of the protection? It's
To keep
not
her near.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily to protect you, because if she cared that much about you, knowing how you feel about your daughter, why would she put her mouth on your baby girl?
I don't know, but that's the last time she gonna.
Because she wasn't your friend.
Yeah.
She been your friend for a long time. Yeah.
And my mother always say that, no, you were her friend. They were never your friend.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know how to be a friend?
Some people don't.
I had to learn.
I learned.
I had to learn.
It's a process.
Yeah. I had one friend, her name is Tony, and I always say she came into my life because I always be like, you sweated me to be your friend. But because I was just going through stuff, and she would kind of like, you want to go out? And I'm like, we don't even know each other. But she taught me how to be a friend. She's been consistent in the whole 15 years I know her. I mean, she smiles, she speaks, she loves the Lord. Her faith is just immaculate. She's teaching me. She was like, you don't have to say it like that. I'm like, well, how did I say it? You don't have to do that. But I believe she was brought into my life to show me how to be friendly or how to at least be vulnerable. Even if at the end you're going to fall.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to open up.
Absolutely.
So I had to learn that because I was just like, I don't like her. No, she don't even comb her hair.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Tony, I hope you know why. So let me ask you this. And we may have shared some already, but I'm going to ask a question anyway. What real life examples can you share? Because there are some people watching that don't know the difference. Everybody haven't been through what we've been through. I mean, we 50 and over over here.
Newly 50.
Newly 50,
I mean,
but 50 all the time.
I know, I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm just saying,
newly 50.
But you 50 all the time. So there are some people watching that haven't experienced what we experienced, so they don't know the difference between friends, associates, and frenemies. With each one of us taking one.
First, they have to know they definition of friendship.
Okay, but hold on, because we each gonna take one.
Okay.
Of the three categories, with us each taking one.
Okay.
Give an example of something that you went through to confirm that an individual was fitting in that category.
Of either category.
So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go first. Y'all pick one. I'll take what's left.
Okay, you pick one first.
So you said we got a question. Did we have a question up here? Okay.
Can you have a friend?
Can you have a friend, but you don't have the same faith?
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can.
You can't judge anybody.
Yeah, and I also believe that there's nothing that we go through that's for ourselves. God connects us to be able to be a blessing to other people, and so you just don't know how your faith may encourage someone to gain faith. So we definitely don't judge anybody based on what they have, what they don't have, things of that nature. Our main thing is how you treat me.
And you should be able to share your faith.
Absolutely.
I should be able to share my faith with you just like you share your faith with me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
You have to have boundaries.
Yeah, you gotta
have
have
boundaries. Then it'll go.
It's gonna go left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got friend, we got associate, and we got frenemy. Now I know you just shared one about old girl talking about your daughter.
I'm gonna say
yeah, she went from a friend to a frenemy.
Yeah. But you see how she started off initially as a friend.
Years. Is it supposed to take that long though?
Well, I mean, sometimes it does.
But again, I think sometimes you can outgrow a person.
Yeah.
That too.
And they don't have to be a frenemy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's just y'all are at a different place in your life now.
So they're on a different level as your friend. They can still be your friend. We just on different levels.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna even say they're frenemy.
Right.
So they just
you're on different levels. Right. They're on a different level. But when you transform from a friend to a frenemy, that's different.
Yeah.
Or you transform from a friend to an associate.
I got an example of that. Small bottle of chili, small bowl of chili. Well, associates, I'm gonna still feed you, but you ain't gonna feed them, Ceathra. I said feed the people.
When it comes to my child.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
You can spit on me. You might get away with it, but when you touch mine,
okay.
That puts me.
That's how we do. That's off limits.
So associates.
You gonna do associate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to give an example of an associate.
Yes. What's a real life example of an
A
associate?
real life
For you.
example of associate. I guess I don't have no bad instances, just people I know that are placed in different areas. But see, I had to learn to differentiate friendships from associates
Mm-hmm.
because I thought friends and associates fall into the same group because I'm
And they
treating y'all.
don't.
They don't.
And they don't.
No. And I had to learn that. But like I say, it goes back to my emotional self because I'm like, oh, you're really not that person. Oh, but
So if we, when you talk about your associates, and given what the definition is, we centered around the same thing, which is why we connected. If that thing in the center was removed, we have nothing in
We
common.
have
I'll never
nothing
talk to
in
you
common.
again. You are my associate. We share commonality around this one thing right here. So we work together and we kiki all day long. We might ask each other what we want for lunch, but at the end of the day, I know you're not my friend. This. We just meet up in this place 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. We cool. You know what I'm saying? There's no animosity, but we not friends.
Yeah. I guess that would be work relationships. I have associates at work. I don't really have too many personal associates. Anything after work, you are a friend because I'm not doing too much with a frenemy or an associate after work. So just like you said, at work we cool. How you doing? I may ask about your family, but I don't want to get too much in your business.
Right.
So I don't want you to tell me nothing. But when I go home, it's
a wrap.
Yeah.
So even like at
and
church,
it seems mean to say it, but it's
the truth. But it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's your truth. You know, and even at church, and I want to put that out here. Yes, associates at church. I don't have friends at church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really know a lot of these people. We come together, we worship in the same building, we may pray together, be on intercessory
Similar
prayer together.
stories about praise.
But I don't have them in my phone.
Yeah.
Really, I have a couple of friends from church that is my friend.
Okay.
We met in our new members class.
Good.
And I can't get rid of her. I told you the one that called and asked me everything. She's my friend.
Okay.
And that's the type of person you are. To even turn around and say, like before we got started, that you know you have at least 10 friends. Because of the hurt that I've endured, I know I don't have 10 friends. I don't open myself up to get 10 friends.
Yeah, I don't even
so
get 10
even
people calling me.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, really, really. Now I'll check up on everybody. I'll extend love to everybody, but call you a friend, like you said, to know I can pick up the phone. I could be boo-hooing, calling and crying, and know you gonna drop whatever you doing to come. I only got a couple of those.
I think I got about 4. Yeah.
See,
and that's as I've gotten older. When I was young, I had 35 friends. It was a clique of us.
Because that's what we thought.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Because that's what we thought. I saw a question from Teresa Moore.
She said,
keep your circle small.
The times we are living in, you can't be so quick to call someone your friend, in my opinion. That's true.
That's true. That's
Absolutely
true, Teresa. So true. So very true. So we got an example of a frenemy that we thought was a friend. We got an example of an associate. Right. We know you just got something in common. Once that thing out the middle is gone, it's a wrap. And we both know it, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And
it ain't no ill feelings or nothing. It just is what it is.
It just is what it is. Yeah. It just is what it is. So
friends. Can I ask you a question? Do you think it's a difference between somebody that you say your friend and your sister? Because I got people that say you're my sister or you're my friend's sister.
I think it should be a difference.
For me, it is. Because I call people, some people I call my friends, some people I call my sister. And I relate that to the relationship I have with my own sister. Okay. That's how I group it. Sometimes me and my sister get on each other's nerves. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we can get on each other's nerves. We may not talk all the time, the whole 9, but we know it's always gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We know we always there for each other, Johnny on the spot, no matter what.
Right.
You know, it's for me, sisterhood is tighter than friendship.
Yeah,
it is.
So there are people I call my sister, but again, I call them my sister because that's the commitment I made to them. It's when people call me their sister, that's when my one eyebrow go up. Because do you know
what sister means?
Do you know what sister means?
But that's their definition, not yours.
And that's why conversation then needs to be had, even though you don't want to be petty or you want to seem like you crazy, maybe need to go get checked into a hospital or something. But when people start assigning titles and positions, I've learned you need to ask, like you said, what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
So I can make sure we on the same,
Same
because what
page.
it means to you may not be what it means to me. And then you go do something that fall in line with your definition of sisterhood, and I'd be like, "But that ain't."
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. And I mean, that's what has occurred, even to the point where if we said we were sisters, you did something that didn't fall in line with my definition of a sister. I brought it to you. You didn't see nothing wrong with it. I then had to reevaluate
And pull
the
back.
relationship and finally come out and say, I embrace you for who you are. I embrace us for what we are and what we not. And at the same time, I gotta let you know that don't work for me. So I'm gonna have to go back up. I'm gonna have to move around, because what it is that you want, I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's not okay for me. So I got to go and leave you alone.
Well, do people actually have those conversations? No.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I start having them.
And
You too?
for me,
I haven't. I haven't.
when I first meet a person, I'm not very welcoming. So for you to even get past that level,
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, we know that.
I
know that.
level, I feel like a conversation has to be had. Like, okay, well, what is this person about? Because I want to try to figure you out before I let any part of you in.
Yeah.
Why you looking like that? Why you blink your eyes 3 times?
I mean, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one thing I can say. Some of the things you saying, we know
Yeah.
firsthand that
So
that's who
when I
you
let
are, what you do.
in,
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
put you on a friendship level, it's a whole different
Yeah.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm more hurt if it don't work out, because it took me so long to even let you
in the first
Yeah.
place.
Most people judge me as being mean.
But they, I
No.
I
mean,
ain't mean. I
You
can be.
not.
But
You
I mean, once you
not.
get to know me, I'm a very nice person.
yeah, but you have to really get to know.
Really
get to know you. You got to really get to know you.
But
I
you
ain't
are a
had that
lovable
problem with
person.
you, but maybe you.
Yeah.
We ain't had that problem.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, but you know the call on us is a
Ceathra
little
used to send me
different.
calendars. I used to be like, I don't want a calendar. I know what day of the year it is. And then when she stopped sending them, I'll be like, she ain't even send me a little.
You know, I mean, so like for me, when I met you all, I have a tendency to look past what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
like you when I
I
first
know,
met
and you had
you.
told me too.
And
And I'm so, but the way God created me and my demeanor,
that ain't funny.
but the way He created me and my demeanor, stuff is so comical to me because I see past what you're saying.
And you did.
So for instance, for anybody that hasn't seen any of our broadcasts before, when I first met Tina,
Don't do that.
oh yeah, when I first met Tina, the first thing Tina said to me was, I don't like you.
Did I say it like that?
Ooh, baby, came in my office, in my space, and said, I don't like you. And me being who I was, I couldn't help but start laughing. And I said, girl, you're going to love me before this is over.
You
And
did.
and this is what she said, yuck, and walked out the door.
That is Tina.
Okay? But now here she is sitting right here.
Right here, God was like, get up and go in there and say something
Okay.
to her. And I was like, you know what? You the Terminator.
Oh my goodness. But that
and there was a lot of other ups and downs what we had to go through. And I
A
was
lot.
Like, okay.
A lot.
Okay. This
A
ain't
lot.
by accident.
it's not by accident.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's funny though, even with Ceathra, so we all used to work together at some point in time at the same place.
Mhm.
And we haven't worked together for over a year minimum.
Okay.
Okay.
Has
But
it been a year?
it's been over a year.
Okay.
But we still here.
Yeah.
We still have a connection. It wasn't the job. Is
It
my
was
point.
never the job.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
Even though there was a lot going on in the midst of all of that,
with them frenemies and them enemies and them associates.
All that was thrown in the midst of it. It was amazing how when the three of us went our separate ways,
that we still stay connected.
We still stay connected.
Nobody but God.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it was a bigger thing. But even then, we couldn't see what we were destined to be to each other, and then what we were destined to do together. Because when the phone rang, or I get that email for us to go ahead and be the next real talk, all that, y'all know it's gonna be the three of us on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Beautician in the back.
What? Yeah, because she got to keep her bangs on. She got to keep her bangs on. I just need some edge control. That's all I need.
I don't care.
Yeah, she don't care.
Well, you cute and fine. You just come
you see what we got to deal with over here?
And let me ask this. When people come into your life, how long does it take you to determine if God sent them as a friend, if God sent them as a frenemy, or if God sent them as an associate?
You know what, Tina, to that, I don't think we pray enough to ask God
where
they belong.
There it is.
Like, okay.
We just do it on our own.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sometimes I think we could have saved ourselves a lot of hurt.
Yeah.
Had we took it to Him.
Yeah. And be patient to wait. See, we don't like to wait.
Yep.
We don't want to wait. And so sometimes we need to just be who He called us to be, but be still in our emotions. Don't make no sudden moves. Ain't nobody told you to open up your heart and let Him in like that. And there's a difference between doing what He called you to do and doing what you want to do. It comes from a different place. Teresa.
Yeah.
Do you ladies think the longer you know a friend, the more loyal they are to you? No, ma'am.
I almost cursed. No.
The Lord is with us.
No, ma'am.
Or does longevity have nothing to do with their loyalty? Absolutely.
Because you can meet some people now that will be more of a friend
in 2 days.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
So again, that's where that discernment come in.
Yeah.
That's where that praying come in.
And they'll show you. They will show you.
People show you who they are in the beginning. We just don't believe.
And that's why I love how no matter what our topic is, we all realize and recognize, even no matter who the guests are, everybody realizes and recognizes there's somebody else you need to keep involved in your life to be able to figure this stuff out, to be able to discern if they're a friend, associate, a frenemy, what a trigger, a trauma, all the different things that we talked about, all the roads lead back to God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they all serve a purpose.
It's all everything is on purpose. Nothing happens by accident.
Nothing.
But without Him and His guidance, His instruction, His direction, His discernment, His provision, all of that, you find yourself going in circles, and before you know it, you 50, 60, 70 years old, and you still have not had your feet firmly planted. You don't have your esteem. You don't know your purpose. You still got the same people coming in and out your life, even though their names might be different. They the same person, just dressed up differently. Without Him, life is for naught.
And those 3 categories are tied into your purpose.
Absolutely.
Like they some way relevant to your purpose.
Absolutely.
So you it depends, again, like you said, on who you are, what you discuss as a friendship, how you move forward after all the things above. But
And for me at this age, I'm grown. Who are you to judge me?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
We've done that, been ashamed of what we did.
So you're true and honest is when you go out, you're true and honest.
That's right.
So because if you bring up my past, I'm gonna be like, that's my past.
Right.
God forgave me. But I used to beat myself up for my
right.
Yeah.
Now
we all did. Because we understand, again, through relationship with Jesus Christ, we understand what no condemnation means. You don't have the right to condemn me.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have to know you don't have the right to condemn me and don't allow myself to be condemned.
And go there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about knowing who you are. So Teresa, back to your question now, the longer you know somebody, it don't mean they more loyal. Some like Ceathra just said, she was friends with somebody since she was 19. Right now, Ceathra's 102 years old.
She is. She looks good to be 102.
She 102.
She was with Jesus.
You understand what I'm saying? Friends. She was the one that gave Moses the tablet to put the commandments on.
I issue at the bottom.
Bam,
yeah,
bam. But she had been friends with somebody, or so she thought, since she was 19 years old. You talking about 3 or more decades that she had been connected with this individual, to find out that at some point her heart changed towards her.
Yeah.
Her heart, and thing is, when it comes to those frenemies, you don't necessarily know the very moment when their heart changed towards you.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Still the same.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, once you have decided to be a friend to them, the grace and mercy you extend for some of the things they say and do because of the friendship, as I was taught, to not necessarily put people on the altar, but to put the relationship on the altar.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times I would put the relationship on the altar and say, I ain't gonna let the enemy come between us. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't always the enemy. They was the enemy.
You know what?
God was trying to say, boo Skittles. Boo Skittles. Wake up, boo.
Not boo Skittles.
Wake up.
It's the last Skittles.
Hello. You know, wake up.
Okay, yeah.
And so now, Teresa, longevity has nothing to do with it. But I will say, in the case where my quote unquote friend was confirmed as being a frenemy, the first thing I did was I had to go to God and say, I'm ready for you to show me what I haven't been willing to see.
And see, that's the part.
You gotta be ready.
Because it got to the point where it was too much I was making excuses for. It was too much coming in my direction. And I was like, okay, I ain't going to the altar with this no more.
Yeah.
This ain't feeling comfortable. It's vexing my spirit. I'm missing something. Jesus, I need you to show me what it is that I have not been ready or willing to see.
And are you
when
prepared
you ask
for that?
You gotta be God prepare me for it. When you ask, you have to ask him to prepare.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I remember the day like it was yesterday. That's how much it cut me. It was on a Friday. I got in my tub, which y'all know that's my space right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I'm ready. And I think I cried as many tears as was in the tub. Because it was months of stuff that it was like, remember this.
How did you catch it though?
Because I kept making excuses.
Okay.
I kept saying, well, maybe they had a bad day, or it wasn't personal. See, and one thing that I've learned is that I'm not so important that everything that occurs around me is about me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing that had me to be, well, you know, maybe it was something else going on.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that because we friends, there's a vulnerability there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people dump in areas where they can actually dump. If I got an issue and I'm trying to deflect onto you and I know you don't give a doggone, that thing stayed with me.
Yeah.
But if I know you my friend, you know what I'm saying? Even subconsciously, I come around you and I'm acting crazy. It might make me, it ain't right, but it might make me feel a little better because you care. Now you carrying some of that weight.
Yeah.
I'm not carrying it all no more.
Yeah.
So those were the things that I would do, but it was happening too frequently towards the end. It was like 2 and 3 times a week, where at first it was once a week. But that at the end, that's when I said, okay, that's it.
But is that the point of culmination where you be like, okay, this is an awakening right here.
This is an awakening. And I said, so I want to see. Yeah. And that's the person I am. I don't want God just to take stuff away from me. I want to see it. I want to be able to recognize it so that the next time it try to come around, I'm aware. Yeah. If he just take it from me, I'm still going to be dumb and go through it again.
What happened to such and such?
So you are open to trust again with the friend.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So Teresa, again, anybody else that's watching, I say in all relationships, regardless of what you think they might be, take it to God and ask him to confirm that thing for you. confirm that thing for you. And remember, just because you make the decision to be one thing to somebody else, it does not automatically mean that they've made that same decision and commitment towards you. Whatever it is you in, be clear about what you in. The last thing you want to do is choose to be ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Be clear about what you in. So my last question is, with these classified groups of people, some of them that we don't particularly prefer, no matter what category they fit in, could they be beneficial to us?
Yes and no.
Come on, expound on that.
Like I said a few minutes ago, every experience is, for your purpose or destiny or whatever. So you got to take the frenemy and see where she is in your destiny, or that'll show you what not to do or who not to pick up along the way.
Yeah.
Your associate, they could be. It's a connection. So I believe they all play a part. Frenemies usually fall off because they can't handle the pressure of your destiny if they're not included in it. So they'll fall off. Associates, that determines and you and the other person, to me.
Yeah.
So friends, friends, my goal, my purpose, you got the same goal or some way type of form, even if it's a different goal and we come together on different levels.
Yeah.
We want the same thing at the end and we discuss it internally, externally. What I share with you is confidential unless we both go, it's different facets of a friend.
Yeah.
So
all three can be beneficial.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
See?
What you saying, Mama?
They can be beneficial, and I think sometimes if you go back and just relive some of the stuff, so you won't have to get to that place again.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I'm like, what did they?
But a frenemy will take you back to the person or the situation that left you. Like, okay.
No, at one point I shut it down and didn't even think about it. Now I'm going back
over different instances.
To see how did I get there, or how did it get here?
And time does not wait for anybody.
No,
so it can't. We saying 19 years like that's a long time, but them years speed by. You be
go back so fast.
You were never my friend, never but life happens. So you're not even paying attention to the culmination.
And it was one time we didn't talk, and she let one of her friends talk about me. We was in Cancun, I'll never forget. And I'm like, you gonna tell me this? You tell me that you let somebody talk about me.
But why is that person talking about you?
We weren't talking.
But she still allowed it.
And you were my friend.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let I don't care if I don't talk to you for 10 years. If you're my friend, you're my friend.
Yeah.
See, but that's why I talk about sisters versus friends. So, like you said, you were supposed to be my friend and you let somebody talk about me, and then you was dumb enough to come back and tell me that you allowed them to talk about me. With my sisters. And see, like I call y'all my sisters, okay? You ain't gonna come and talk to me about.
I'm gonna be like, what is you doing?
First of all, who are you talking to?
They wouldn't even come to me like that.
But you understand what I'm saying?
A person couldn't come to me like, Shelly, then I'd be like,
now you know what? Now at work, we was at work, we had those whoever,
right?
But outside of that, no.
Yeah.
Because we talked about but outside of that, it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And even with that,
it was still work related.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was the job. Yeah. Can't nobody come to me
and
talk about you.
Right.
Excuse me?
They know. And I guess that's the persona you have. I mean, when people know you, they'll be like, I know I can't go to her and talk about you because she gonna say that. I'm gonna say exactly that. You better get out of my face.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So with your friends, there's supposed to be some trust and esteem and all of that. Supposed to be. But again, you don't really know the condition of people's hearts.
And as women, and I'm speaking for women because I'm not a guy, we take friendship, frenemies, associates, we take them personal anyway because we emotional beings. Yeah. So each level is different, and we're going to hold on to stuff that we should have been let go just because of that fact alone.
Yeah.
So you got to be clear on who you are and whose you are.
See, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
because when you know who you are and whose you are, there are certain things that you're not going to tolerate.
Yeah.
There's certain things that don't go along with who you are, which is why you can then, like our cutoff sister,
Mhm.
I mean, because you be like that don't float me. It don't sit with me. I don't have to make excuses for it.
And they know.
I'm not
They
hard
know.
up for it.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm very clear on who I am, and that's not something that I have to tolerate. I don't have to be bothered with that, no matter who you are.
And you know, with me, a lot of people, because I'm very confident in who I am.
Can be intimidated by that.
Absolutely.
A lot of people.
Absolutely.
A lot of people. And it bothers me because I'm like, as a woman, you should have the same confidence.
But they don't.
They don't.
As you see, I just said, with my hair, the way I am, this
But they
don't
don't.
define. Because I know what I can look
But they
like. And I
don't.
know, but I wish we would.
Me too. So I mean, I ain't
wish
said
we
it.
would.
But you know, I don't know if y'all, Kevin Hart had a special and he was talking about a bum bump one day.
Yeah, I see them.
You seen that? I'm
They
saying?
coming when I go to work. A bump fall on my
Bum
face.
bump. Okay. So here I am today, and you know, I don't know if y'all, I got a bum bump. You know what I'm saying? And at first, the old Shelly was like, "You is not going on camera."
You wasn't worried about that hair, that blonde hair. You worried about that bump, and you had that blonde hair.
This is how sisters could talk to you. Everybody can't talk to you like this.
But that blonde hair in the
See?
previous episode.
See, this is you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is real right here. This is real right here. But look at she choking.
I just want to know why this conversation is not about the hair. Okay.
But my point is, like Ceathra was saying, once you have a level of confidence in yourself and understand you're not what you look like, you're not what you have.
Didn't even notice it.
You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. And then when you are clear about why you even here. So
it's
this
not
whole,
even about you.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This whole thing, what ain't even about me. Now I want to be cute when I come on here. Shut up, Ceathra and I want to be cute when I come on here, but it's not about me. I told God that if He gave me something to say, I would say it. Okay. It's about making sure that this information gets out to everybody else, so that eventually you can become or identify who you really are. And some of these things, these decisions we make, some of the things that we take, tolerate, accept, the whole nine. The more you become in touching and tuning the acceptance of who you really are, you'll see, like Ceathra do, maybe not to that extent, but you'll see how you'd be like, I ain't wasting my time, because it don't line up with who you are. But when you don't know who you are, you will accept anything.
There's stuff that'll disrupt your spirit.
How I got how I am, it comes from growing.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing the same thing that I did years ago.
That's right.
So it didn't just happen.
Yeah.
It ain't just happen.
No, I'm newly 50. You know what I mean?
But she 50 all the time.
Just yesterday.
I don't know why she's talking about
new. 53 Friday. I'll be 53 Friday.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Happy birthday. She over the hill 50. Because I'm newly 50, like just yesterday. I made something. I'm learning, like, okay, stuff it ain't that bad. It ain't that hard.
Baby, we got more time behind us than we do ahead.
Yeah.
So live your
speak
life.
for yourself. My people live there about 102.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'm only 51.
Mine's don't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, we gonna get
Yeah.
I don't claim none of that.
Yeah, you're gonna be the first one.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just be here forever.
Oh.
The same way.
He can just keep a parent. I can have an AKM.
Yeah.
So, fam, I want to conclude this broadcast, this episode, and I just want to encourage you and say, throughout life, we will not only continuously become variations of ourselves, but we'll also encounter ever-changing people. Some may start off as an associate and evolve into a friend, some being a friend and later revealing themselves as a frenemy, and so on. Sometimes being the last to know or accept what is, as opposed to what we hoped it would be. In that transition, sometimes there are moves that need to be made, whether it's mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically. It can be challenging, and it can even be stressful.
And don't be afraid to let people go.
Don't be afraid to let it go. You can't get what's trying to get to you that adds to your life if you continue to hold on to what's taking life from you. So, however, once you're in the know with a person clearly and consistently showing you who and what they are, it's up to you to believe them. Now, I need you to know that choosing not to believe and or accept what is, it doesn't negate the truth. and you are no longer a victim, but instead you are a willing and active participant. Okay?
Preach.
Okay? You can leave your task and offer right here on the side. So whereas there are some instances where all parties can adjust and move forward collectively, there are others where separation is necessary for your peace, for your sanity, and even your survival. I want you to join me next month when our topic is the cutting season.
Why you be now? You gonna start
Why she stuttering? Why she moved like she was gonna fight?
So I'm like the cutting season. Am I on that podcast?
So next month we're gonna talk about the cutting season, whether it requires severing of a plan, a goal, an idea, a desire, or even a relationship. Remember, whereas everybody has an opinion concerning you, it is your thoughts and your words that matter the most.
And it's their opinion.
Yes.
Okay, and you can pray and ask God to cover you and even deliver you from the opinion of people. It is what you do for him and how he sees you that matters the most. Fam, your power rests at your core, and your core holds the truth of who you are, of all you can do, and all through what you believe you can obtain and become. From that position, you speak and you manifest everything that you say, and the evidence of your words are then the life that you lead.
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope to see you every Wednesday. I post on Instagram. It's Shelly Martin at Have What You Say. And on Instagram, I post words of thoughts, hopes, affirmations, and encouragement. And on every third Sunday, we are here broadcasting live on Words Are Life. Our hope is to continue to be able to post on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
No, we declaring and decreeing that we will continue to post.
See, this what your support
YouTube
system will do right here.
And Instagram and
That's
Facebook.
what I'm talking about.
That word is out there.
Everybody needs to get you some of these. Get you some of these. Get you some of these. So until then, fam, I love you to life. God bless. Have a blessed one. See you.
Bye.